Garden tour, June 15th, 2020. Flower tower with new base on there because it fell over with the high winds. Hopefully this one stays stable. Corn patch coming along. Winter squash is starting to get big. Starting to branch out. Don't see any flowers. Well, it looks like the male flowers are starting to come on there now. Second patch. And the third sowing of it. Getting along. Potatoes are flowering. Grapevine's almost to the top of the fence now. At least that one. Strawberry patch really starting to kick in. Picked like 59 strawberries just today. About 20 each day over the weekend. Beans, I planted some more beans in the gaps here. Then the cucumbers, those are the pickling cucumbers. We're just kind of starting to get going here. I end up having to add this bird netting to like to the hoops because I don't know, something was eating the broccoli. So these two broccolis here, those are the ones I put in after putting this netting up, and they haven't gotten eaten yet, so that's good. It's probably the squirrel that's getting into them. On this patch, I had to pull some of the full heads out, so I got some gaps in here now. We're pulling some more in. This is the spinach. This is going to seed, so I'm going to let this go to seed, and I'll just harvest the seeds for it. And then the cilantro, this is starting to flower, so I'll let that go to seed, and I'll collect the coriander seeds for it. Cabbages are starting to form heads, so those are going along. This is the last, or the most recent lettuce planting. So those are coming in. Some of this is actually getting big enough now to I can start picking it. That's the celery. So that seems like it's coming along. This is like the most shady spot of the garden, which is why I put the celery here, since I've read that it needs like a very consistent temperatures and stuff. Potatoes, and then some more potatoes. I end up having to add these stakes in here with some string to help hold them together because, again, the wind that we had was blowing stuff around too much, fell out. But all the potatoes are flowering, so since they're flowering, that means they're producing tubers. So another, who knows, I don't know, a month or something like that, month and a half, probably be harvesting those. Garlic is coming along. Come back over here. Raspberry patch. These, you can see that the raspberries are all starting to form. The new canes are getting really tall and thick. This is the Joan Jay right here. This is a thornless. This must be another Joan Jay because it's another thornless in here. It's coming along. This is the other patch of garlic. I've been cutting the scapes off of this so you can kind of see where I cut them out. I'll probably be harvesting these in 2 to 3 weeks, so around July 1st or so. These are some more tender leaf cabbage. These potato plants are just ones that I must have left potatoes in the ground last year after pulling them out, and that's what they grew in. Candy onions, you can see they're starting to form bulbs. And I got some pretty good rings on these. So each leaf is 1 ring on the onion. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's like really good. There's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. More beans. I planted more beans just yesterday into the holes here. The clematis are going crazy along the fence here. Peppers. You see, these are the cayennes. So we might actually get enough cayennes to actually make a cayenne pepper sauce this year. These ones here, that's for kimchi peppers. And this is a lunchbox pepper. So there's 3 potential colors. You can get a red, an orange, and a yellow, one of those. Bell pepper. You see the bells are coming in. Jalapenos are coming in now, at least some of them. Now the basil here, I clipped the tops of them and dried them out, put them in my spice jars. The Thai basil, I have to come back through here and clip these flowers, but they produce like a little purple flower on this. In between I got marigolds planted along with this weed. And then these are all the San Marzanos. Flick these little flowers here to hand pollinate them. But tomatoes are forming. Another couple weeks, start pulling those off. This is the fresh salsa. So you got a couple sets on there. Flowers coming on with these. I end up having to use these strings on here because being a determinant, you allow them to bush out. So I put string on here to try to contain the growth where it's more orderly, instead of like letting it sprawl all over the place. Or buying a tomato cage. This grape, this is the 2nd year, but it didn't do too well over the winter, so I'm going to let that one sprawl. And I'll train it next year. Now this Concord grape, it has reached the top of the fence, so I'm going to start letting it run. Watermelon plants. slowly starting to take on. Black raspberries in the wild patch here. Maybe we'll get some harvest out of this in a couple weeks. Got some unknown raspberry plants coming up too. Beets and asparagus. All the sweet peppers. Starting to produce some peppers now. Herbs. This is dill. I actually have some new ones started in here. And this one I'll be cutting soon before it goes to seed on me. These peppers, or these are kidney beans and peppers. This is a dragon bell. Here, onion plants. This is a mix of the red zeppelin and the candy onions. So you can see the candy onions are starting to bulb. The red zeppelins are maybe just starting to get on that. Carrots, I had thinned these out. They're a little bit too dense, so they're going. Now the more mature carrots, something got in here and ate them. It's probably a squirrel, but they're still green at the moment, so we'll see if they recover. Otherwise I'll have to take them out and probably get like these really tiny carrots. Cucumbers are starting to go. These are the slicing cucumbers. And those little ones in the back, those are pickling cucumbers. Pumpkins. They're starting to put some size on now. I've never grown pumpkins before, but I know once they get going, they really sprawl a lot. And the sweet potatoes, starting to put on some size. These are part of the morning glory family. And that's what's growing on the fence here. This is all morning glories. We're starting to put some size. Once they get a little bit larger, I'll start tying them up to the fence. And, potatoes. Now these are white superiors in here. These ones haven't flowered. These are like some of the last ones I put in. These potatoes, they are starting to flower. And these other ones, see they're starting to flower now. They're going good, so you know they're starting to produce tubers. These are the Rio Grande russets. And these other ones that are not flowering yet, these are the Kennebec. And that will do it for today's tour. See you next time.